All right, welcome back. Now, before I get started, y'all know how we talk about how non-black men want, the swag. They want to take hip hop. We talked about how Puerto Ricans, and other groups want to claim hip hop, and if they don't try to claim it, they'll just emulate black Americans in their hometown, whether in their home country or in the United States. But they don't want to be black men. What a lot of black men don't understand is that Kiesha is the same way. The apple of her eye is a Brad with the swag of black men. They don't, what does that mean? What does that tell you? They dislike how you look. Why wouldn't they? When they dislike how they look. The most lucrative element of the cosmetic industry is the element that helps Kiesha look non-black, to not look so much like a black person. Fact. That's the strongest selling point right now. Anytime you can get something, create something that will help black women to resemble non-black women, you're going to be the richest person on earth. Now listen to this.
Hell no. Hey, fuck no.
Now you see what's written on the screen. Lex, are you ever going to be with a black guy? That's why she's saying no. In a black man's voice, mind you. Right? A black man's swagger. She's talking behind a black man's voice saying this. Again, they jock our personality. When people talk about how other groups cling on to black Americans' swagger, they're not talking about black women. Ain't nobody around the world trying to be like black women. It's black women trying to be like everybody else around the world. When it comes to other groups emulating black culture, it's black male culture they're talking about. Kiesha ain't invented rap. They follow us. They try to be like us and rap like us. They study us just like non-blacks.
Hell no. Hey, fuck no. Fuck no.
And then she pulls on somebody else's hair. Exactly the way those women pull on their own hair. When you look at Becky, you look at Ling Ling, you look at the women whose hair this actually belongs to, they do this too. I talked about this on my SBW channel. They emulate white women's mannerisms on top of their identity. Non-black women's mannerisms and habits. I'm telling you, they are obsessed with non-black women. They study their habits, their movements, their gestures, and they try to replicate them. Black women really have no personality. They have no personality of their own. The hood personalities you hear them putting on, they're emulating black men. They're just like an empty vessel. It's real strange to watch. But you see what she wrote? Right here. Me, because I love white men, which is so weird. All she did was stand there and pull her hair and move like a white chick, like a Becky. They so goofy and slow, man. And it's universal, man. Universally goofy and slow. With the duck lips, they do everything they see Becky and other non-black women doing. And when I say non-black women, remember, a chunk of those are Brazilian women too.
Desperate divestors. Divestors spend all their...
And what in the world? She got this weave and it look like it's full of grease. Big goofy. They get other people's hair and they still try to treat their hair and as if it's the same way they treat their own natural. Just slow.
Desperate divestors. Divestors spend all their time trying to get white men to like them.
That's not what I want to share. I want y'all to listen to this right here, where this Kiesha is talking about how the prize Brad is a Brad with the swag of a black man.
Out there.
I've come to realize right now there's a certain particular type of white man right now that is the prize. There is a mob of black women right now that are dying for this one particular stereotype of a white man. A white man with the person.
It's not a stereotype. And she's right. She said there's a whole mob of black women who think the same way. And listen, after she's done, you best believe that virtually all Kieshas will respond to what she said with an amen. You sure right, girl. Yes, that sure is the truth, girl.
Personality of a black man, but stereotype right now that are dying. There is a mob of black women right now that are dying for this one particular stereotype of a white man. A white man with the personality of a black man, but he has the makeup of a white man. In turn, when I say makeup, I mean he provides, he goes to work, he's kind, he's caring, but they also want him to have this swag, like he was born and raised.
Now she's lying. She left out looks. She left out appearance. There are plenty of black men who are productive, like she described. It's just that those productive black men don't want nothing to do with you, Kiesha.
Raised around black people. He's caring, but they also want him to have this swag, like he was born and raised around black people. And so those type of white men right now are the prize, because a lot of black women are...
Black men, I don't care who you are. Your Kiesha, I'm talking to you black men who got Kieshas, your Kiesha would take these Brads over you in a heartbeat.
Are becoming fixated on those type of men based. A lot of black women are becoming fixated on those type of men based off of what they're seeing on social media. So attention, white men, if you're one of those that I described, you got a little street smart, you kind of got some swag, you got some black cousins, you was adopted by a black family, your mom black, or however it works, you're white, but you hang out with a bunch of black.
Adopted by a black family. So she may as well throw a bum if you're a bum on the street. Like I said, they don't care about what type of background or stability or foundation these brads come from. All they need to be is white and willing to mess around with them.
You got a little street smart, you kind of got some swag, you got some black cousins, you was adopted by a black family, your mom black, or however it works, you're white, but you hang out with a bunch of black men, you know how to dress, you got some nice little, nice facial hair tapered on the sides. Like, if you have the characteristics, the makeup of a black man, but you have
But you're not black. I told you, man. They hate themselves. And they hate you. They hate... Listen, black men can be attractive. Don't confuse or misunderstand me. All men can be attractive and unattractive. There are attractive people in all demographics, male and female. My point is, they will take the attractive white man over the attractive black man every single time. I don't care how fine you think you is, bruh. They will take a fine Brad over you. They're going to see him as having what? superior genetics. Which is another way of saying what? I am Team KKK. That's a white supremacist ideology. The idea that they have superior genetics is a white supremacist ideology. And it exists in the mind of Kiesha as well. I told you they are the product of white supremacists, the right hand of white supremacy. I said that on my SBW channel. And boy, they are confirming everything that's ever been said about them.
But you have the traits, the good traits of a white man. You are the prize right now. Am I tripping? This isn't
The good traits of a white man? She's not talking about just having a job. That's not what she's talking about. She's talking about his phenotype. Just don't be black, and you will be the dream man for me. Telling you, these women have a deep obsession with white people. They worship white people. It's just as simple as that. And it's not just white people. When I say white people, include all other non-black people. The Asian women where they get their hair, Brazilian women, Latino women, and their men. They will take the body parts from any one of them and be just as happy. They just hate your genetics, black man. They hate your genetics. Think about that. Can you really be appreciated when your woman looks at your genetics, your DNA, your phenotype as inferior in the same way a diehard white supremacist would? They're too much of a product of white supremacists.
This doesn't offend anybody, but there is something about a white man that is with a black woman that I just love. Like, there is something about when a white man is loving and protecting his black queen that I'm just all like...
That is more appreciated by them than when they see a black man with a black woman. You know it's the truth. Which means all that black love rhetoric has always been false. It's never existed. They don't have that same obsession when they see a black man with a black woman. They don't look twice at black couples. They figure that's how it's supposed to be. And actually, they look at those couples and say to themselves, hey, this black woman is settling. She couldn't find a dream Brad, so she settled with a Pookie. That's what they say to themselves. No matter what the situation, black men, they look at you as inferior. Whether it be your looks or your intelligence. They look at you as inferior, the same way white supremacists do. This is what it is.
Doesn't offend anybody, but there is something about a white man that is with a black woman that I just love. Like, there is something about when a white man is loving and protecting his black queen that I'm just all like, protect him at all fucking costs.
Protect him at all costs. Do you really think they feel the same about a black man with a Kiesha? You kidding yourself, right? That's why when I hear these black men say, all black women ain't like this, I got a black woman. You telling on yourself. You informing us of how off code you are. How you're not seeing it, man. You're not that bright. Something ain't right. You're missing the big picture.
While there's so much controversy around racism in America, I'm going to tell you who loves black women a whole lot, and that's white men.
People, she's talking about the current atmosphere we're in, the Charlie Kirk atmosphere. Racism is at a high right now. And at the same time, their obsession with the racists are high. Racist white men excite them. It excites them. Doesn't turn them off. Y'all recently heard about the case of Sonia Massey, her killer, being found guilty. But do you remember how the cop, the killer, kept throwing up red flags and she looked right past them? Now I know she had some type of mental condition, but they all do. They all do. She gave multiple passes to her killer. He kept demonstrating that he was an evil person. There's even white women in the comment section of the original video pointing it out, talking about how his vibe was off from the very beginning and that she should have noticed it and act on it. But she kept looking past the red flags because it was a brag. Even told them that she loved them after the red flags, after some of the red flags. I love y'all. No matter what these racist brads do or say, they still in love with them. Which means what? They may as well be Brad's counterpart. Right? Y'all may as well be Becky's. Y'all more Becky's than Becky. Yeah, I'm not about to take my chances with these crazy Kieshas. It makes perfectly logical sense to avoid them. Ain't nothing extreme about avoiding these Kieshas. There's something extreme about taking chances with them. That's what's crazy.
Protect him at all fucking costs.
While there's so much controversy around racism in America, I'm going to tell you who loves black women a whole lot, and that's white men, especially white men in the workplace. Hi, my name is...
She said especially white men in the workplace. And this is a social worker. I think she's some type of head doctor. She said white men in the workplace love black women. This is a highly educated Kiesha saying this. And black men, we know better. And Brads at the workplace don't care nothing about y'all. They look at y'all as inferiors, as a group of women who worship them. That's why they know that they can get one of you anytime they want. That goes for Latino men too. I told you about that Mexican man at my job who ran through just about every Kiesha up there. They don't think highly or love y'all. Goofy. If they love y'all so much, why are y'all so single? Why ain't they trying to marry you? Why ain't they getting on one knee for you if they love you so much? These chicks are goofy and slow, man. Slow. Listen to this. I'm telling you, they're slow, man.
Call it what you... Let me know what you think. Take a look.
You asked, what's the difference between dating some black men and the white man? Well, the white man is going to call you and invite you out. The black man is going to text you, good morning, beautiful. Hello, gorgeous. What you doing? The white man is going to take you to a very nice dinner and pay for it. The black man is going to ask you, what you cooking? Can I come over?
No. The black men that you mess with are going to say that because you only can get black male bums. You're telling on yourself, Kiesha. And this chick is admired by a bunch of Kieshas. You see how the uploader is treating this lady as if she's saying something deep? That's why she said, tell me what you think at the beginning.
Let me know what you think.
Oh, listen to this Kiesha wisdom and let me know what you think. Airheaded. They're airheaded, dude.
Between dating some black men and the white man? Well, the white man is going to call you and invite you out. The black man is going to text you, good morning, beautiful. Hello, gorgeous. What you doing?
That don't even make no sense. What's the difference? Nobody want to call you on the phone and talk to you, hear your goofy Kiesha voice just so you could cop an attitude. Yeah, we send a text. That way that there ain't no context. Y'all always copping attitudes. That's why these broke bum black males be texting you more than they calling you.
Beautiful. Hello, gorgeous. What you doing? The white man is going to take you to a very nice dinner and pay for it. The black man is going to ask you, what you cooking? Can I come over? The white man is going to take you to get your tire fixed and pay for it.
See how everything she mentions here has to do with spending money on them. Yeah, Kiesha. More black men have caught on to y'all's bum lifestyles. And the way y'all always try to bum your way through life and expect men and other people to take care of you, to give you money. Even the Pookies have caught on to this. And they ain't spending no money on you either. The Pookies understand that y'all a bunch of bums. I don't know how they ever had this culture of being independent and more successful than black men. If y'all so successful, why you always expecting us to pay for stuff? Simple stuff like a tire, your hair weave. Pay for it yourself. Your welfare recipient, EBT, food stamp spending bums. Nothing successful about y'all. Except y'all successful at collecting food stamps.
Cooking. Can I come over? The white man is going to take you to get your tire fixed and pay for it. The black man is going to tell you you need to get your tire fixed.
That's right.
The white man is going to buy you a very special gift for your birthday. The black man is going to disappear and call you after your birthday.
That's right. Take your more successful income and go have fun. Go and pay for all this stuff you talking about.
The white man is going to be very impressed by your education and your personal accomplishments.
Well, why don't that education translate into money to get your own tire fixed? They just slow. They slow. In the same video, people, a few seconds later, she turned right around and started bragging about their education level. Right after talking about how much they're bombs. Slow. And what's crazy is they're slow like this and they project themselves as super intelligent. Oh, we're so much smarter than black men. And then as soon as they start talking, they show how slow they are. Can't make this up.
Here and call you after your birthday. The white man is going to be very impressed by your education and your personal accomplishments. The black man is going to be intimidated.
Let me know what you.
Nobody gonna be intimidated by your degree. Not gonna be intimidated. What makes you? They have been saying this for the longest, that we're intimidated by how successful they are. all the while being bums, expecting us to pay for everything, asking us to pay for everything, being a straight up and down bum. Get out of here with this, oh, you're intimidated by our education. Pathetic. Pathetic and slow. And let me say another thing. These dream brads that y'all want, the brads with a black man's swag, a black man's personality and swag and all this kind of stuff, y'all can forget about that. How we are as black men has a lot more to do than the color of our skin. Or should I say the color of our skin is deeper than that. It's how we're made up. You know, the molecule that colors our skin is in our brains too. And it plays a role in how our brain functions. This is basic information, slow Kiesha. Look at it. Neuromelanin in the brain serves protective functions by binding, sequencing toxic metals, reactive to, and it helps to, look at this. Look at this. It may also play a role in regulating dopamine levels and is linked to conditions like Parkinson's disease, where its protective function can be compromised. While melanin, concentrating hormone, is a different molecule, you know, when your melanin is reduced, you develop Parkinson's disease. It protects you from numerous diseases. And notice how they said it regulates dopamine levels. Dopamine makes you feel good. When you intake drugs, it increases your dopamine level. What is that? That's mood. That has an effect on our personality and character. Our swag is directly connected to what we are, black men. But y'all are so slow and short bus. You really can't make this up. It even helps to regulate your appetite. It had, look at it, antioxidant activity. Neuromelanin binds toxic metals, preventing from causing cellular death. It protects your cells in your brain and all throughout your body. At low iron concentrations, neuromelanin protects cells, but it can become, look at this, Parkinson's disease. It's found in the dopaminergic, what is this? Minergic, I don't even know how to pronounce this. Neurons of the, I don't know, what is this? Look at this. Look at the sentence right here. Right here. The loss of its protection function due to factors like increased iron load may contribute to the neurodegeneration seen in this disease. So it'll create Parkinson's and make it worse if your melanin is being reduced. Changes, look at this, changes in neuromelanin are associated with other disorders like Alzheimer's disease and Lewy body dementia. So basically, the less melanin you got in your body, the more crazy you are. You're at a much higher risk of being off, of lacking swag. They're talking about dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, all these types of impairments and diseases has an effect on your brain, how you behave, how you feel, how you act, your mood, everything. When you're in pain, when you're in physical pain, your body releases stress hormones. So these diseases also have an impact on your hormones. Our swag and how we are is because we're black men, slow bus Kiesha. But I never expected y'all to know that, because you don't appreciate black men. You hate black men the same way you hate yourselves. You really gotta hate yourselves to walk around in the image of other women and be comfortable with it, to be okay with it, to literally walk around with their hair glued to your scalp and think it's okay, and not realize that y'all look like absolute lunatics, like a population of head cases. This is the era of calling out Kiesha's mentality, their craziness. That's just the era that we're in. And it was bound to happen with the improvement of technology, making it where we can communicate with people all across the world. Y'all should have practiced discipline the same way black men practice. In other words, y'all should have followed our lead. Y'all, you got yourselves to blame for not following our lead, just like all other women of the planet follow the lead of their men. And it was more important for y'all to follow our lead because we have been in a war, socially, politically, economically, and physically. It's more important that women follow the lead of their men during war. Y'all goofy. And now you're suffering the consequences. And you're not about to make me or no other black men feel guilty about it. Look at what this slow Kiesha wrote in my comment section. Look at this. She said, and this is in response to the most recent live I did, black women asking the Klan to erase black men. Look what she said. She said, I don't know why black men are mad at black women. Didn't Kanye do an album cover like this with his new wife? If black men don't take black lives seriously, then why should anyone else? This slow Kiesha said Kanye. This is how they think. They're obsessed with celebrities, and they think that black male celebrities represent black men as a whole. Just slow. And why? She said Kanye. These highly successful rappers and entertainers, these are not normal people, as many of you know. They are into all types of crazy stuff. Sacrifices and all types of weird demonic cults where they worship Lucifer and all this kind of crazy stuff. These are not normal people. But Kiesha is obsessed with celebrities, obsessed with the television. Anything that Brad has put his stamp of approval on, they feel they absorb and take in. Just slow. And it shouldn't surprise anyone. This is why the men are the leaders. And this is why y'all women, you're designed to follow the men. When it comes to using your brain and thinking, that's not y'all's domain. Y'all's domain is emotions and nurturing and being a mother to children. And that's just it. You don't value motherhood. So you don't see yourselves as having any type of real quality. You're degenerate. Flat out degenerate. And you need to work on your character, Kiesha. Work on your self-hatred. Work on yourselves, period. Black men are not the problem. Shout out to everybody in the building. What is this? Thursday and good morning. See y'all on the next live.